Hi, this is Leela Hill. Today we're here to do an Under the Sands reading. I'm really excited because it's a new spread that I devised this week. So without further ado, let's get to it. My question for this reading is, for this reading, I would like to focus on the ending of this year and beginning of the new year. Fresh new start, what messages come through? I'm going to leave the Oracle card for the end. Let's just focus on the tarot reading for now. Let's put my dear Lightbringer over here. Lightstone. So, okay. It's funny, sometimes when I pray into my cards, I see something or I feel something. This time around, I felt my heart swelling. And every time the palpitation grew, the swell grew as well. So let's say palpitation 1, I had a bit of an increase of a swell in my heart. Then palpitation number 2, even more. So I'm getting generally a feeling of an increase, whether it's you're tapping into your heart chakra or you're tapping into your emotions in a very literal kind of way. It seems like you are making some growth in your heart, either to allow new people in or because you're just entering a time of emotional comfort, feeling love. So that would be how I read that. Okay, that was aside from the reading. It's just something I picked up on you psychically, intuitively. So I hope it makes sense to you. Now, I'm just going to keep going until the cards basically let me know that they are ready. And then we will begin the reading. Okay, I definitely feel finished. Seems your signifier popped right up, didn't it? Since we already have the spread laid out, I'm going to go ahead and shuffle the oracle cards as well. I'm going to pay special attention to this one. The jumping card that I had was just one number beneath it. So I feel like that's something I should be paying attention to. The spread is definitely talking to me. Alright. Interesting. Let's leave this over here, keeping it company for now. So, okay, let's begin. Under the stars, under the sand, coming from the past, we have the Four of Swords. You come from a difficult place. I feel like you have had to set some boundaries with people. I feel like you've felt disconnected. Maybe you've felt kind of like pushed out in the past, and I feel like it's a really big sense of feeling disconnected from your own security. I'm seeing that it's the only red card here. It's the only powerfully charged one, even though it's a mental suit. I'm seeing that you were just kind of being boxed in and you felt a hostile environment around you. And this could have to do with perhaps your work situation where you might be feeling like you have to keep on the defensive, or you always just have to keep that one invisible wall up to keep people out that might be wasting your time or coming to take something from you that like you'll just be spent if you let everybody in that wants to come in. I'm definitely feeling that because you want to embrace people, because I guess you want to bring people together and just enjoy a healthy kind of environment around you, that could be harming you. I would definitely recommend protecting yourself and not letting uh, harmful people come in. Like, don't give the space for someone to come intrude your personal space. Once that invades, sorry. When are you going to focus? When are you going to be able to just focus on your projects and the things that you need to do? If there's something eating away at your patience, at your mind during the day, that's going to be kind of the focus that you're going to be feeling. You're going to be lessening your focus on more important things just because you've had something that's just kind of nagging at you. So definitely, I'm glad to see it scaling off into the past, because after a while, this won't even be visible. And then all you have is like this ascension type of situation going on. So ancient shadows, advice from spirit, the moon, the moon card. You definitely have to listen to your intuition. You have to open yourself up to be a portal through which all the divine messages come through. You really tapped into one sense of your gifts, and I'm seeing that there's another sense of gift that is perhaps still not coming out. You have a really strong connection to the spirit world, and even though I feel like you are mentally ready to receive, you have not yet successfully opened yourself up to just receive directly and not have to use tools. And I'm definitely feeling like that's something that's going to come for you. I'm getting a really sense of high spirituality. You have a really high charge. And so if we go back to maybe a more traditional meaning from this card, it feels like Spirit is giving you a confirmation of, yes, you are on the right path. Yes, you are growing. Yes, you are connected. So just trust your intuition and never ever second guess it. This one, the one that I want to focus on, is the black mirror, the negative influence or blockage. It seems that you give a lot of yourself, and perhaps you don't want people taking more than they deserve. I guess it's a sense of having to protect all your worth because you know that you're guarding something that's really precious, and then it seems people try to take advantage of you and take more than perhaps they are entitled to, or than you have offered to give them. I'm definitely feeling like your hands are really open and you're just offering, constantly offering the best parts of yourself. I'm feeling a lot of like energetic things going on here, so I'm definitely feeling this. It just seems to me like you have so many options over you, and I feel like so many projects that are growing, they seem a little bit distant to me. They feel like perhaps in the past what's been keeping you from perhaps growing as exponentially as you would like to is just that you have so many projects to deal with in your head. I feel like you've envisioned quite a fruitful future, and I guess you might not know which project to take first. I'm feeling like you might be feeling some confusion. Okay, well, I want to do this and this and this and this and that. Which one of all these things am I going to go with first? And that that can kind of slow you down, because I'm definitely feeling like, okay, well, you're being distracted because of the fact that you have so many options on your table, your symbolic table of projects. And I guess focusing on the tasks that you have closest to you before you focus on the higher ups are perhaps the best things that you can do. I'm actually going to show you this card. So if you see, there's two people here. There's kind of like a transaction going on between the two of them. There are products being exchanged. You make physical products, right? So perhaps making more of your physical products and perhaps putting them out, putting out your brand, making your brand sell itself basically, with all the products being exchanged. It's also, of course, your work that you are doing right now as a reader, and perhaps your work in just your day-to-day life in your normal job. So we are seeing here some tasks that are readily available. They're really close. You can just reach right up and grab them. And there are some that are divided, like they're in another plane, you see, because of the color change. It's no longer on the gold foil, which would be your surrounding, your right now. You have many options up there. They're just waiting for these to be knocked out so that they can come down to a place where you can just reach out and grab them. And that's definitely a confirmation for you that even if you've kind of had a slow down because of everything that you're dealing with right now, eventually you're going to be able to get to something more. So, really powerful confirmation from that card. Now let's move to this one, the Sacred Temple. Your surrounding environment. You're very busy, and it feels crowded. I would intuit that you are this one right here, and then you have these people in the back. How do you focus? So you see, this could be yourself, and this is like people working in the back. Let's see. Part of it is you might be surrounded by a lot of people like you, or you might be in constant communication with people like you. That keeps you busy because it keeps you offering things. It keeps you productive. It keeps you creative. I feel like, in a sense, it helps you stay active, because if you keep people that are as active and have the same goals as you around you, that is naturally going to inspire you to keep making, to keep producing, to put your vision into manifestation and offer it. It seems like you work very well in teams, and perhaps there could be things that you offer in teamwork, collaborations, products. The third thing that I'm not seeing what it is, but definitely I'm also getting the sense of movement from the golden background. As much as you are putting out, as much as you are getting in. And psychically, I'm seeing that if you're going to put something out, you want to make sure that you get back the same thing times 3. So it's basically manifestation. I'm getting a strong sense of manifestation in your surrounding environment. Sekhmet, or where you are in present time, the Page of Swords. It's really important for you to write. It's very, very important for you to write, and it seems that you do. But I guess you also need to cut away whatever is eating from you. You know, like cut away the things that take from you. People, things, projects. When there might be something that you're investing a lot of energy into that is not paying you back in the same way. Maybe it's not doing something for you emotionally because we are in the realm of logic. But I feel like there's just something that's grown out to kind of an overwhelming rate, and you're just kind of like struggling to have to keep up. So maybe if it's something that you do on a daily basis, do 3 times a week, do once a week, and give yourself a little room there so that you can keep producing, because something seems to be distracting you, even though I feel like you're also putting a lot of yourself out there. I'm just reading from what I'm getting here, and that's what it is telling me. Next card, the Lucky Scarab, or the Positive Influence or Aid, King of Pentacles. Your partner must be very supportive of you. And it just seems like you're also really on top of your things. You don't let anyone knock you out of balance, and if you are knocked out of balance, all it takes is a few days for you to regain yourself, to get back on your feet. It's really important that you have your feet firmly planted on the ground. Let's say a foundation for yourself. Your strength of character, posture is very important. How you communicate is very important. How you go about your work with the integrity that you do is very important. It's like, okay, well, you offer this, but there are all these other things that are coming with it. And obviously, I'm not a a reader of the hieroglyphics, or cartouche, as I've heard them being called before. But from what I am getting, a positive influence could be a person in your life, a male, your man, or it could just also be within yourself, that you maintain your ground, your sense of integrity. How you present yourself is a way that is strong, and it's also creating abundance. It's really important that in this positive influence you call to yourself positive things, and in doing so you maintain an environment of growth. Okay, my screen is moving out. So, okay, the final outcome. The Empress. So this is a really big confirmation for you personally in settling down, having a family, attracting wealth, attracting projects, attracting positivity, keeping a positive environment. I'm definitely seeing here like the environment is just really cozy. Don't forget to make your environment cozy as much as you can all the time. There will be times when you are in places that feel kind of arid, or kind of, you know, they just don't have that personal touch that will help you feel at home. It's really important that whatever it is that is there and is obtrusive, clear it out, put it away, put it in your closet if there's room. And perhaps color, add more color to your surroundings, or just reminders of things that make you happy, sacred symbols to keep you where you need to be, incense, smells around. I'm seeing signs of that, and definitely just feeling like, okay, this is my space. Any place that you go, where you work, or you sit down for anything, as small or as big as it is, you make it your space, so that when you are there, you feel empowered and you feel like you are ready to proceed with whatever projects. Being the Empress, I also have to add that there might be a moment of conception. I would have to feel like this Knave of Swords right beneath it, part of your project. Your projects up here, that's going to be one of the ones that's going to be dropping, most likely, God willing. Okay, Chamber of Osiris. How the outcome affects you. The Hangman. Well, it might mean that you have to put some things on hold for a little while. Some of your plans just feel like you have so many, you're so busy, you've got so many things going on around you, some things you have to cut away for the time being. But I don't think that it's going to be too much of a sacrifice, because you're also going to be receiving reward. So it's more of an exchange here. It's you're giving time, you're giving energy, you're giving something else. I'm not sure what. You would know, because it is your personal life, in which you give out an exchange for the reward. Make offerings. It seems like, I feel, your spirits would be calling for an offering of some kind, because they offer their aid. Somebody's coming through and offering their help. A female coming through offering her help. And I'm just feeling the sense of, yes, ask us, we will help you. Ask us, we will help you. It's kind of a message that's replaying in my head. Ask us, we will help you. Make offerings. I feel like a candle would be good for you to do. It's also the kind of thing where you have to leave things up to time, and you can't rush yourself. I kind of feel like you're the one down here. You know, like you're just feeling like, oh, how much of myself do I have to give before these things that I am calling to myself fall into place? Try not to pressure yourself too much. I don't think that you're hard on yourself all the time, but I'm definitely feeling a sense of being weakened, perhaps the need of support, because you just feel like there's a lot coming at you. Especially, I feel like you might be getting somewhat overwhelmed if you're just being like pelted with negativity from other people. That stops your progress, and I feel like that would be very important for you to do. Finally, Chamber of Isis. How this outcome affects others. the Four of Cups, I don't think everyone's going to be happy for you. And that's just something that you might have to come to terms with. It seems that there's a lot of envy around you. And I guess some people would just, I'm sorry to say this, want to see you stay stuck in the same cycle over and over and over and over without breaking out of it. It's just this sense of not everyone's going to be happy for you for breaking out of the box and attracting so much abundance to your life. There's also some people that perhaps resent it because they themselves have not gotten to the same place. And you know what? I wouldn't hold it against them. It's just their natural greed. Forgive them for it. If you can find it in yourself, send them blessings and then let them go on their way. I'm also picking up that it just comes to a time when you're so busy and you have to make sacrifices. Some things will naturally decrease in their interest or how they feel you emotionally, how other people feel you emotionally, just because you're going to be handling many tasks. And it seems really important for you to allow yourself time for the things that you absolutely have to do, your most important projects, the ones that are closest to you. And so by allowing yourself time to knock these out of the way, you're making time for your next plate of things to sort through and do. So you have to consider you're going to be a very busy person, and you're not always going to have time to be there for everybody else. Not because you don't want to, but because, let's face it, you also need to nurture yourself. So at times you will have to remember to put yourself before you put other people. That seems to me to be the outcome of the Four of Cups. Now finally, I tie my readings in with one final oracle card. And you got the Pillar of Light, Descent of the Star of Isis. From this card, I am seeing that well, first, you have a very big connection to your ancestors, to your past, to your guides, and that is a very divine connection that you have with Spirit. I do feel like you have a gift that you haven't tapped into yet that you will be tapping into at some time in the future, and I think it's by birthright. I think that you are in this line of work and you were attracted to it. It wasn't really what you were planning to do your whole life, but it was just something that you were attracted towards. And I'm seeing that you went right for it, and you just feel that there's something more coming your way, whether it's because your projects lead you there or what have you. I'm seeing that something really important is that you're meant to be here. You have purpose. You have a sense of purpose. So you're doing the right thing for yourself, and that's going to give you strength. Don't forget also to harness your intuition when you just need to read for yourself. I'm guessing there could be some kind of self-doubt just because of everything that you've kind of been pelted by, your surroundings. But it's really important that you give yourself the chance to listen to your own intuition and to see where that's going to take you. I feel like there's more coming your way. This is just really the start of your journey. And by the end of it, well, if people don't like it, that's really their problem. You can't always be concerned with nurturing everybody else, because at some point you also have to look out for yourself. And I guess that for the coming year, these are the messages that are in store for you. So thank you so much for endorsing my skills and my work, and I really hope that you enjoyed this reading. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.